Hey, good morning. This is Dan Foster uh, in Michigan. I've harvested some figs here before the rain. Looks like it's going to rain today. We've had a pretty good stretch of dry weather, so I got some good figs ripening, and so I picked them all. And so some people wonder, hey, what do you do with all these figs? That's a good question. We we really are starting to come into the figs now, so I was a little bit worried that our season was going to be a bust, but it's been a cool summer. But they're starting to ripen now, so I got some fig weens, some black manzanitas, lots of Smith figs, Socorro Black, a big assortment of different figs. So usually what I like to do is I'll make fig jam out of them, or I'll dehydrate them. A friend across town kind of got me into or thinking about a freeze dryer. He freeze dries his, and it kind of really it takes every ounce of moisture out of them. I use a Nesco dehydrator, and I slice them in half. I'll kind of show you what I do here. So first thing I do is I pick all the figs. Any rotten ones I'll throw out to the chickens, or just get rid of them. And then what I'll do is I'll put them in a bowl of water just to soak them. I like to do that just because, there's my figs are next to the driveway, and the driveway's gravel, and over the course of the summer there can be a little bit of a buildup of dust on them. So I like to, and then if there's any bugs or anything in there, that gets rid of them. So I'll soak them, and then what I'll do is I'll take the tips off and split them in half and put them on these trays, and then I put them in the dehydrator. And the cool thing about this Nesco dehydrator, it's I think I paid like $60 or something like that for it, so it wasn't really terribly expensive. You can buy additional trays, so I think you could stack this as high as you wanted. But it came with 3 trays, and I bought 2 more, so I'm gonna kind of get this thing loaded up. I can't really do this with 2 hands, but usually I'll slice the top off. That's probably too much. And then see if I can do this here. Slice the side like that, and then open it up. Open it up like that, and then lay them out on the tray. And then I'll dehydrate them, and I'll let this sit. The Nesco dehydrator, I mean, there's different models out there, but this one's not digital. But it's pretty simple. You can make jerky out of it or whatever. I gotta clean this a little bit. You gotta soak the trays when you're done. That's why I like to do the pulp side up and the skin side down, or else the pulp sticks to the grates. But I usually go 135, and it usually takes about a day and a half. The newer models have like a digital thing on it. I just like the cheap one, the cheap and easy, and it works. So you can do bananas, apples. I've done persimmons on this. So, and then what we do is we put them in the freezer, and then take them out little by little over the winter, and put them in oatmeal in the morning, or smoothies or whatever. So I'll let this go, and I'll set this up. And okay, I just got done cleaning and halving and splitting them. There's the dirty water. There's the ones that either weren't ripe enough or were too ripe. I'll feed those to the chickens. And then I've got 2, 4, 6 racks ready to go into the dehydrator. So I'm going to get that set up, and I'll check back in. Alright, I have it loaded up. All 6 trays are in there. Set the lid on, make sure all the trays are lined up good. And I'm going to use the setting of fruits and vegetables at 135. Usually somewhere in between 135 and 145 is kind of where I set it. And I'll check back in and show you guys what it looks like at the end. All right, good morning. It's been, oh, well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's been, let's see, 7 p.m., noon. It's been about 18 hours or so. I turned it down to 135. Let's unplug it. And here we are. I've been eating a few of them. They're delicious. So delicious. So this is a great way to extend your harvest. Like if you get a bunch of figs, you can't eat them all. I'll throw these in a Ziploc bag. Put them in the refrigerator or freezer. They stick to the top layer, but they come apart pretty good. Yeah, so these are great. Like I say, we put these in oatmeal and eat them throughout the winter. We'll do 2 or 3 batches like this. 4 or 5 quart Ziploc bags in the refrigerator. Here's some of the freeze-dried ones that a friend dropped off. Totally different. These are freeze-dried, and these are more like crackers. So, I believe these are all Hardy Chicago figs that the guy has. Much more of a crack, like styrofoam. Well, I won't call it styrofoam, but it takes every little bit of moisture out of the fig. You can hear the texture. A little different flavored to freeze-dried figs. Crunchy, hard and crunchy, and delicious also. So I don't know which one I prefer. I kind of like my dehydrated ones. They're rubbery, they're chewy, they're more leather-like, whereas the freeze-dried ones are more dried and crunchy, almost like candy. You can see kind of the difference. You can't taste it, but you can kind of see the difference. Whereas these are more flat. I could probably turn this on and go for a little bit longer, but honestly they're not going to change much. This dehydrator won't take everything out of it unless you just go for like 2 days or a day and a half. But this is about the consistency that I like. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit. Got some ideas about what to do with all of your extra figs. And thanks for watching.